Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. As you guys can see up on the screen, today I want to talk a little bit about Mullen Automotive Incorporated. This is ticker symbol MULN for those of you who are maybe not as familiar with the stock or with the company. And today was actually a decent day for Mullen. I know a lot of people are talking about how, there's the really weird like bar coding or whatever going on where the stock was just up and down and up and down and up and down all day. But still, being up 3.02% is definitely not too shabby of a single day for any individual stock, but especially for Mullen, who has kind of been going through it as of late. This thing is down 12.82% in the past 5 days, and it is down, I don't know why it's not loading now, but it's like 23.88% over the past month. So when things are that red, when things have been that downhill recently, a lot of it for, deserved reasons, you'll take a 3% up day when you can get it. When we take a look at the rest of the market, kind of a weird, rather boring day in the markets today. Dow Jones is up 0.23%, S&P up 0.36%, NASDAQ up 0.35%, and the Russell was actually down almost 0.8%. So yes, most of the major indices were in the green. So a good day for the markets overall, but like I said, kind of flat. Mullen outperforming there. But we definitely have plenty of Mullen news to get into. Some good news, some bad news. Still some people, left with a lot of unanswered questions and a lot of just overall, I guess, skepticalness about Mullen in general, which I don't think is completely unwarranted. So first up, we have this from investorplace.com, and they say that, hey, despite positive headlines, Mullen Automotive is not a buy here. Pretty, straightforward. And the thing to keep in mind with a lot of these things is that investorplace.com, yes, it is a website, but these articles are just written by, individual people or contributors or writers or whatever. Just because you see a headline or an article or whatever doesn't mean that's how the entire website feels, but at least the person writing it, who here is Stavros Georgiadis or whatever, however you pronounce it. He says, Mullen Automotive announced important news. Its fundamentals have not changed, making it not a buy. They recently announced important news about its batteries and new models. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff we've covered over the past couple of weeks and months here on my channel, throughout different Mullen videos. The biggest surprise is the inclusion of the stock in the Russell 2000 and 3000, but until the company starts making and selling vehicles, it's too dangerous to gamble on for most investors. So yeah, you guys should definitely check out this article. It's got some information and stuff here. They go into all the different kind of catalysts and everything that they're talking about, but the main key points are there. And obviously this website or this writer is making it very, very clear his stance on Mullen as a company and as a stock, that it's just too risky. It's too speculative. There is not a whole lot of substance there right now for Mullen. That doesn't mean that it can't be in the future. He's not saying there's no way, the risk doesn't pan out, but hey, too dangerous. It's a gamble. Are you trying to invest, or are you trying to just go play roulette or something like that, is at least what these people are saying. Then getting into the Mullen stock Reddit, one of the top posts of the day today was posting this Form 4 in response to some FUD on YouTube and elsewhere saying Mishry has given himself 100 million shares in the past 6 months and owns 148 million. He hasn't and doesn't, but with his new share count, he might be my new hero. LMAO says, I'm a stocky one on the Mullen subreddit. And you can see here, if we open this in a new window, didn't mean to open that new window. If we open this in a new tab, we can see what they're talking about is apparently as of June 30th, David Mishry has 6,969,969 shares, which apparently makes this guy this hero. Maybe it's a play on like Elon and Tesla and that type of stuff. Maybe it's just a meme, a guy trying to joke around. Overall, I think it's kind of weird, kind of dumb. I think it just doesn't really matter at all, obviously. But, the guy was just trying to point out the fact that, hey, he doesn't own 148 million shares. He hasn't given himself 100 million shares in the past 6 months. Nothing like that. But regarding David Mishry and what he has been doing recently, another post a couple days ago, we haven't checked in with Mullen for a couple days on my channel, so I want to get this out to you guys as well. This was a post that was highly upvoted, 21 upvotes on a subreddit of 8,900. That's not as big as maybe it once was a couple months ago. CEO promised game-changing news by the end of quarter 2. What did he do? He actually sold more shares the day after the quarter ended instead. Wake up. And you can see here, somebody posted the fact that David Mishry sold around $400,000 of stock at a price per share of $1.12. This was minus right around 800,000 shares, filing date of July 1st, 2022. Because again, we had this Fortune 500 deal, some big kind of deal with a company that was being rumored for months at this point. I don't know when it first started, if it was February, March, April, somewhere in there. Then they came out and were saying that, hey, we were going to get an announcement of this deal sometime by the end of Q2, and it wasn't just going to be like, oh, who the company is. We were being told that we were going to hear everything about this deal. We're going to hear the amount, the dollar value, maybe even the amount of vehicles and stuff, the length of the deal, all this stuff, and it kept getting hyped up and kept getting hyped up. And obviously, Q2 has came and went. Q2, April through June. Today that I'm recording this video is July 6th. We still have not heard anything about this. And like they're saying, hey, we were promised this. Not only did they not deliver, they actually started selling out. And conveniently, he was able to sell those amount of shares at $1.12. And you can see now that obviously right now Mullen is sitting at $1.02. And over the past week, it's been kind of all over the place. Once this news didn't come out, it dropped down to 96 cents. And it's just kind of, it's been below $1.12 ever since then, ever since they decided, to not release the Fortune 500 news. Now, obviously the question being, why did they not release the Fortune 500 deal news? Is it because they don't have a deal in place? Is it because they don't have a deal done? Is this outright, lying? Is this outright deceitful? Is it just because some delays happen and they need to push it back? Do they need to iron some stuff out? Is it coming in the near future? Is it coming way in the future? Is it not coming at all? I don't know. But, playing into that Investor Place article talking about, hey, this is risky. This is a gamble. This just kind of adds another whole layer to that thing. And again, when you are selling stocks at the same time that, some empty promises are coming out and some people are really worried, that's not necessarily the biggest sign of confidence. We also had this Reddit post talking about lithium without the terrible damage to our planet. Some new kind of, battery news and research and articles and stuff coming out. That's always going to be interesting for the whole EV market. Obviously, not just Mullen. This was also a very, very big deal going on recently. This was from Seeking Alpha, but posted onto the subreddit. Mullen bringing down its debt by $17.5 million. Them saying that it has eliminated $17.5 million in its debt associated with the secured convertible promissory note executed on July 23rd, 2020. The EV maker said it reduced its overall indebtedness from more than $30 million last year to an estimated $11 million currently. I feel like this stuff we've already talked a little bit about on the channel before, but again, obviously reducing debt is always going to be a good thing, especially for a company that's not profitable right now, that's not selling vehicles and stuff right now. They're speculative. They're looking forward in the future, especially if we end up going into a recession, depression, anything like that. Having less debt is definitely going to be good. When interest rates are rising and all that other stuff going on. So, maybe some good news coming out there in what has been overall a bad couple of weeks full of bad news for Mullen. We also had the Mullen 5 all-EV SUV has been patented in Australia. Again, more patents, more technology, more catalyst. These things are good news. This was definitely a good thing to see. And here, and finally, ending the video on this note, Mishry just working hard for Mullen. We need to wait some weeks or days for gains. Fortune 500 name isn't public when the deal isn't ready. Not possible to doing it before there is a deal. So some people are saying, hey, Mishry's he's working hard. He's gonna get us this news, this deal, whatever, when it's done, when they're ready, when they can actually put it out. And the top comment, I think, echoes the sentiments of so many shareholders, investors, or even people who are just on the fence, or people from the outside looking in of like, hey, that's why I'm not invested with Mullen. That's why I'm not touching this thing with a 10-foot pole. That's why I'm staying away. Don't make the promises if you can't deliver on that, because that is going to erode the confidence in so many people so fast. And if you don't have, if people can't trust you, if people don't have confidence in you, you're going to be fighting an uphill battle. And that's going to be very, very difficult, kind of a hole to dig yourself out of. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Let me drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about Muln. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.